The big story this morning coming in is around Noah Sadiki, who is at Sunderland. Now, this has got me very excited because I think this is, look, there are potential negatives with this, of course, but we saw Ben Jacobs yesterday talking about Tyler Adams. And we've also got a big update on Manu from Andy Mitten as well, who we know gets stuff from within the club. So very interesting what he had to say about Manu. But let's talk about Sadiki first of all. We know Man United need to buy midfielders. And we know that we've been linked to probably players that are out of our reach, like Anderson and Wharton and Stiller. So it can't just be Baleba. I mean, if it is Baleba, I'll back him and I hope that he comes good, but it can't just be him. I think that there are multiple options out there that would be comparable to Baleba. You could argue that Conor Gallagher and Tyler Adams, even though they're a bit older, are they really any worse than Baleba? And worse is a negative tone, I know, but like Baleba's got a lot to prove. So what we basically got this morning is a story coming in from Sky Sports Switzerland, I think it is, that Manchester United are moving for Noah Sadiki, a player that they've been targeting for quite a while. They're very interested in him and he fits the profile of the sort of player that they're going to look at. Look, we get linked to players all the time, but I think with this, it's very interesting because it's completely out of the blue. It's coming in from Sky Sports Switzerland. It could be a load of nonsense, but it's the sort of story that you can't start a fire without a spark, and it's a spark that makes sense. When you look at, the reason I'm excited about this is not because I think it will happen, not because I think it should happen, but this is what scouting should be. Like, this player has been, look, Sunderland's recruitment in the summer doesn't get spoken about enough. Like, you've got everybody's, constantly, quite rightly, praising the likes of Brighton and Brentford and Bournemouth for their recruitment. In the last 2 seasons, we've seen every team that's come up embarrass themselves and go back down because the gap's too big between the Premier League and the Championship. Sunderland come up, put themselves in the top 4. Okay, they've stabilised a little bit now. They're more top half. They're not going to get relegated. How do you do that? Like, there should be a book written on that because of amazing recruitment. And if you're somebody like Brighton, then, you have that already in place. Sunderland have come up as a newly promoted team. Nobody really fancied them. And suddenly, they've got this really exciting side. And they've bought really, really well. And what I would say about Sadiki is that that's when I'm talking about Man United going for Baleba or Anderson or Wharton, with all due respect, I could get Seb and his cousin to do that over an hour. Go and find me some midfielders that Man United should sign. Because they'd just get their sticker album out, or they'd just go on, very, very basic, stats and go, yeah, these are really good players. We should be scouting better than that, because what if Anderson goes to Man City? What if Baleba is shit and we don't sign him? And what if Stiller goes to Real Madrid and Wharton goes to Chelsea? Where do you go next? And I think for me, this is why Sadiki is very interesting, because at 20 years of age, I think he is 20, he's played like 15 games for Sunderland this season. And although he's classed as a defensive midfielder, just running through some of the stuff. I mean, I'll put my hands up. I've only seen him play probably 2 times. It's not enough for me to say he is the player. I'm not going to pretend that. But what I like about it is that Premier League proven, played a lot of games for a very good Sunderland side, doing very, very well, very, very consistent, and also fits that profile that, whilst I'm not totally on board with it, would be perfect for United in this whole buy them young sort of scenario. And also, you just don't know what the fee would be, because he only signed for Sunderland in the summer from Union Saint-Gilles, and it was an undisclosed fee. So, sometimes with an undisclosed fee, that means there's some sort of, there's something going on contractually. Maybe a release clause is in there or something like that.